I actually just did some reading on the guy himself that you might be drawing here, so I'm happy to be here.
Have you read Miracle Man before?
Here's the thing, that's like the biggest black hole in my reading thing, because I've read a couple, like the first issues, I've seen the big famous panels here and there, but no, I've never read it. Maybe I have a incentive now they're putting out that big omnibus.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty, I mean, it's very wordy, but...
Oh, it's Alan Moore. I'd expect nothing less.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. This is Ryan Stegman's sketch sessions with KLC Press. I'm one of two supple boys, Griffin. My partner in crime, Ethan, is not here with us this evening, or at least not yet. He went to the doctor for...
Excuses.
For who knows what reason.
Legionnaires, I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, I'm drinking lead, and I'm still here.
Strong as an ox.
Exactly. But tonight, joining us, helping out, help carry the load, is Mr. Tyler Gen S, by the way. Ryan, did you know that we've been saying his last name wrong the whole time, and he's never said a goddamn thing.
I'm just too nice to say anything.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Gen S sounds cooler.
Surely.
It rhymes with finesse. It's got a ring to it. You know.
I actually will say it kind of makes you sound, if you were to like constantly be saying, "Oh, it's Gen S," you sound like a bit of a dick.
No, it'd be even worse if it was Genet, like something French. Like, I'm sorry, it's Genet.
We got a comment here in the chat from an Ethan Parker saying, "Why does Ethan look different?" That's a great question, Ethan. Ethan?
Yeah, so I'm actually Ethan Parker from Earth 2. I'm the Raimi-verse Ethan Parker.
Yeah.
Ethan, I know you're at the doctor, buddy. Get well soon.
We love you, Ethan.
Welcome to the show tonight. Ryan has drawn Miracleman, as you guys could probably have guessed. Ryan, why are you drawing Miracleman today of all
isn't
days?
Isn't he in the news? He's gonna be they're gonna make a omnibus or something.
There's something. I don't know.
Oh, and I'm drawing a new series with him.
Oh, great.
Just kidding.
You hear that, Rich?
Yeah, you got excited for a sec. Well, we got a great show for you tonight. Welcome, everybody. We got a couple amazing friends waiting in the chat already, so we're going to get the show going with...
Bring him in. They've seen enough of
Mr.
my big
Ryan
face.
Michael.
Hey!
What's up, guys?
And Abigail Mendoza. Abigail won our sketch last week, and she's back. She's back to claim another, I bet.
She's demanding another.
Oh, yeah. We got some more folks popping in here. What's up? How do you pronounce your name? Is that Klaas?
It's pronounced Klaas. It's like a Belgian pronunciation of, let's say, Santa Claus, something like that.
Okay, all right. Well, welcome to the show, sir. Is this your first time with us?
Well, it is. I've been
nice.
Supporter for a while. I watched you
yeah.
guys up on
Love to see it.
YouTube.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, glad to have you, sir. Thank you so much for deciding to join us tonight. We always love getting first timers in here, and it should be a great show.
Yeah.
Everybody be nice to it.
Don't scare him off yet.
No hazing.
We got a couple more here. We got Steve and Brandon as well.
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
Howdy.
Hello, friends. Good to see you all once again. I see no reason, unless Ryan, do you have anything you want to say before we get going with it?
I have a heart out at 7:15.
Great. Well, that's pretty good.
Perfect.
That's music to my ears, Mr.
All right,
Stegman.
here's what we're gonna do, because I already saw a tweet about this.
Okay.
We gotta talk the new episode of Boba Fett.
We got to talk the
watched
new
it last
episode of
night.
Boba Fett. All right, so big spoilers for episode 5 of the Book of Boba Fett, this week's episode. If you haven't seen it and you don't want to know what happens, click off, come back 10, 15
Don't look it
minutes
up.
from now.
Literally, the title's a spoiler. Don't look it up if you haven't
Don't
seen
look
it
it
yet.
up.
They haven't canceled that show yet?
The end of season 4 is pretty, or episode 4, I feel like is pretty telling. However, I was
Goddamn, I
not
haven't seen
ready for this. Oh, I'm sorry, Klaus. Oh no. Listen, man, if you'd like, I'll definitely be sure to get you back in here if it's crucial. Or you could just mute us. Just mute us for like 5 minutes, and we'll give you the thumbs up when it's good.
I'll come back when it's Let's Go Leto time.
I admire your dedication,
when
class.
it's Let's Go Leto.
Plus, how about if you can't get back in, then message us in the chat and we'll get you back in.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll pop back in,
we want you
guys.
here.
Thanks.
Sounds good, man. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
All right, let's talk spoilers.
Episode 5 was the best episode. Absolutely phenomenal, says Josh, Art Jedi. He loves Mando. He's got him in the in his icon there, so no wonder. Scoot hasn't seen it yet. He'll be back. We'll see you in a minute.
It was the best episode because it was an episode of The Mandalorian.
It was the best episode of Boba
Boba
Fett
was
because
barely
it was
in it,
not
right?
an episode of Boba Fett. He wasn't in it at all.
Yeah.
0 Boba Fett in the whole episode, and that's why it's the best episode of the book.
Wait, so is Pedro Pascal in this one?
It's all we're back with Din Djarin, we're back with the Mandalorian, it's basically Mandalorian season 3 episode 1.
Okay, then I do have to meet you guys because I had no interest after episode 1, but if he's back, I want to.
He's back.
Now we're kind of forced to watch it.
I was fine with the spoilers, but now I actually am going to meet you guys.
Yeah,
All
go
right.
for it,
Give me a
man.
thumbs up when you're done.
Sure thing. Ryan, what did you think about it? You liked it?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed it immensely. The kids were super into it, asking all kinds of questions, finally, not yelling at me, telling me how bad it was. So that was huge.
They like Mandalorian?
Amy Sedaris was awesome.
She's always great.
When is she not?
Yeah.
Some any strangers with candy hands in
You
the
can actually.
chat?
I don't think it's Amy Sedaris, but they had a lookalike wear the poofy wig. And
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Amy Sedaris
It might have
playing
been.
an Amy Sedaris lookalike.
But you can see them in the background of the episode 3 or 4 when Boba Fett goes to Mos Eisley. You can see
nice.
them in the background, and she's being followed by like her 4 droids.
Nice.
So,
It was pretty hilarious when she dropped that she dated one of the Jawa before.
Jawa.
they're so furry. So furry.
They're so furry. Yeah, it was awesome. And it was one of those things where, like, I realized, like, halfway towards the halfway point of the first episode of Boba Fett that it was not going to be sort of Mando. But they've done this great thing where they've taken a whole year off of Mandalorian. So then by the time he shows back up again, like, that sort of excitement, that hype has built. And before you know it, like, season 3 of Mandalorian is gonna have so much hype going into it because folks are like, "Oh, damn, yeah, I've missed Mandalorian quite a bit." So the break, even though Boba Fett hasn't been stellar, has been really welcome. And it was kind of.
Are they gonna like be teamed up now? Is that the deal?
I guess, at least for. Well, the episode ends and they're like, I guess we're going to go just hang out with Grogu. Fuck it. It's Mandalorian again. It's just like, whatever.
Maybe
All right, we
that's
tried
Boba
4
Fett
episodes of
season
this.
2.
Now let's go back to what we know best.
Yeah.
Mandalorian stuff.
Maybe that's Boba Fett season 2 where it opens on the actual fight against the Pikes. And
Sure.
Then he's gone, and then Din Djarin is gone and that'll be the season 3 of the Mandalorian. And then it'll meet back up at the start of season 2. That's my guess.
That'd be interesting. I just loved the episode. I realized, like, when he pulls out the Darksaber, and at this point I've kind of forgotten, oh yeah, he's carrying that around, and he's using it to chop motherfuckers in half.
He's trying to carry it.
Yeah, right. You know, that bringing out an N1, I mean, prequel baby, so that's like, primo shit, and it's just flying around like a fucking drag racer.
When he
That's
was
pretty good.
doing donuts or whatever you want to call it around the spirals around the cruiser, I was just thinking that cruiser pilot's got to be hating this, man. He's got to have like sensor alerts, almost a hit, almost a hit. So it was really funny when 2 seconds later he got pulled over, pulled over, and when the young gun was giving him shit, and then he's like, "We're gonna have to bring you in. Hold on there a second, son." I bugged out because I right away recognized the voice as Paul Sung-Hung Lee, or Kim, Mr. Kim
Of Kim's Convenience fame.
of Kim's Convenience. Yeah, I was a huge fan.
Soon
of
to be
his.
Uncle Iroh. He's going to be Iroh in the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender.
He's
I
going to
did
make
not
an
know about
amazing
that. That's
Iroh.
pretty
Oh,
good.
dude, he's going to be a great Iroh.
He's so great.
I screamed, "Holy fuck! I know that voice!" And I tweeted to him. Ironically, I followed him when the Iroh like a couple days before the Iroh announcement, and he actually followed me back. So I see that scene. I'm like, holy crap! I try to tweet something that's not too spoilery, but I basically said, Paul, you just made my day, and he tweeted back in like seconds. So
Nice.
that was such a high to be watching
Man
the
was
episode.
ready.
He was ready to. He was ready for all the response and the
He
love.
was ready for the
back.
Ryan Michael tweet. That's what he's waiting for.
Yep,
course.
he was waiting for my bated breath.
Move the car, Sal. Says this episode was a wizard, and
It was
Dinjarin
wizard.
did drop the W word this episode, so that was pretty fucking awesome. I do love when they do that.
Oh, can we get a quick shout out, Chains in the chat for Bryce Dallas Howard, who directed the
James
Yeah,
episode.
she did great. That was
Best
awesome.
Howard director for Star Wars.
I do love Solo. I love Solo.
Can we not get any more Robert Rodriguez, please?
Dude, listen, I don't know why. Like, even if you know, like, he seems like a great guy. The behind the scenes of the Boba Fett episode of Mando season 2 looked like a lot of fun, and that episode was a lot of fun. However,
Yeah.
like all of his movies, there's no denying that they have this sort of this very cheap look to them,
Yeah.
and
It's
like,
Grindhouse. It's like a love to 70s
Yeah.
Grindhouse movies.
yeah, and sometimes, you know, the CG is just so lacking, so
Yeah.
cheap that it's kind of like just takes you out of it. But also he's making a bunch of kids movies mostly, so I don't know why they picked him to be
Also-
like the crown jewel of the Boba Fett
Yeah.
show. But
Funny
sure.
enough, this week we got another Rodriguez directing Peacemaker. We got Rosemary Rodriguez directing this week's great episode of Peacemaker, by the way.
Everybody says that show's great. I still haven't had time to watch it. I'm
It's
stuck
fun.
on Archive
That's
81.
good.
I've watched the first episode and it was a good time. I want to see more. What about that dynamic with his dad? That seems interesting. And also
Robert Patrick always killing it. That man always delivers.
yeah.
I don't know if it's Robert Rodriguez, but I think the one thing that Boba Fett's been subtly rubbing people the wrong way, the amount of modern day references, like the bikers are wearing jean jackets.
I know, that was so weird.
Like they look like regular Hell's Angel bikers. They don't look like Swoop Gang.
Sure.
And this week, even though I love the episode, I had to pause it in Mystery Science Theater 3000 and yell at the TV for a minute. They show slabs of cow. They're just like sides of cow beef hanging on the
space
thing.
cow.
The guy's wearing a beanie. I was waiting for Rocky Balboa to start coming out and boxing the thing.
Listen,
like,
I
it just
loved
looked
it.
like a Philly slaughterhouse to me.
Yeah,
so.
no. See, I don't know. I loved that. That felt great. Him walking in, and it is just so reminiscent of those sort of gangster movies, just showing up to the fucking butcher.
Yeah, it
Um,
looks like a scene right out of The Punisher or something. So.
Yeah.
I just wish there was a
dug
little
that.
more Star Warsy, a little more spacification. Or
I get
don't know.
you. I get
Should
you.
we tell Brandon that we're done with spoilers by this point? I feel like we've moved on to just general discussion.
Did anyone have any other thoughts on Boba Fett?
I just one last thing. Do you guys know the
Welcome, Sean.
pretty Twi'lek? Do you guys know who the pretty Twi'lek is?
Yes, yeah. To all the Flashdance fans out in the crowd, which I'm sure there
She's
are
a
many.
maniac.
Yep, she's a maniac, don't you know?
Yeah, I was very taken back. She looks amazing for age. She was hot in the 80s. She's hot now. So holy.
You heard it here first, folks.
Gotta say, she's acting like she's never acted before.
Well, that gives you the alien vibe, you know.
Yeah, of course. Sean, did you watch Boba Fett this week?
No, I watched the season premiere of The Mandalorian.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I think it was really good for a season premiere. I just hate that we have to wait like a year or two for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, kind of nuts. I'm interested to see if episode 6 is like just more of the next, like just more of Mando, or are we bouncing back to Boba Fett?
Well, the rumor is Dave Filoni wrote and directed
Oh.
the next one.
God, yes.
That's the rumor,
All right,
at least.
All right, let's fucking go. I love not knowing like who the creative team is, and then like there's like the reveal at the end of it all. That's always fun. But that's been part of Boba Fett is like them getting to the credits. I'm like, okay, who? I don't know. Obviously, except for Robert Rodriguez, but.
One last
Great.
deep cut we should talk about
Yeah.
is the voice of the guy who Heavy, the big Mando, is voiced by Jon Favreau.
Oh, okay.
And
Really?
anyone that really wants to go crazy, he voiced Pre-Vizsla in the Clone Wars show
That's
that
right.
introduced the Darksaber.
Amen.
So he is like Jon Favreau and the Darksaber are really tied together. So to see him as Paz kind of demand it back, that was a really cool like giant Easter egg for anyone that knows like it really is Jon Favreau's baby, the Darksaber. So it's pretty cool.
Totally. I love the man. He's killing it. We're gonna put a wrap on spoilers, and I'm gonna get Klaus back in here. Welcome back, sir.
Oh man, you don't have to wrap up for me. You can.
No.
at least give some
It's all good.
spoilers.
It's all good. We've been going for about 15 minutes now. But if you're a Star Wars fan and you haven't been watching Book of Boba Fett because you think maybe it's not for you, or you've heard it's not great, but you love Mandalorian, I don't know.
Man, I've been loving it, to be honest.
Nice. All right. I think there's a lot to like.
Yeah, I think so. I think at least they did a thing about giving an aspect of just giving a character some body and just working outside of Jedis and all the stuff. So that's at least something to enjoy, I think. Of course, The Mandalorian was maybe it started off a little bit stronger, but I haven't seen the last episode. Haven't been able to, but I've loved it so far.
Nice, man. Well, can't wait for you to see it.
And Boba Fett provided us with space Vespas. So
These Vespas.
And Boston Dynamics robots.
Oh yeah.
And another accent. We now have Danny Trejo's accent in the Star Wars universe. We got
Let's
Boston
go.
last season, and now we got Boston and Mexican now in the Star Wars.
It was Rodriguez. Got to get that machete action in there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't wait to see if they do more with them, honestly.
And they had a cameo with Thundercat.
Oh, dude, the Thundercat
Perfect
cameo,
basis.
it was hilarious. Like, he's just doing his thing, and then you're like, could be.
I thought, wait,
He
is that
turns around.
Thundercat? No,
it is Thundercat.
it's not.
No shit.
I thought so, and then I thought, no, it's not him because he's a lot fatter. But then he got more skinny, so in the end, it was him.
Yeah, that was awesome. I love Thundercat. So fuck it, get him in there. Him and Gambino are in Star Wars now. Shit, man. All right, fuck yeah. Well, let's go down the line here. See what folks have been up to this week. We could start with the man himself, real quick. Ryan, do you have anything to report about your week?
I've turned in 3 or 4 covers for Marvel this week.
Yes, for the folks watching, Ryan's got a very, very busy week going on here. His plate's quite full, but he still squeezed in a stream with everybody, and we're happy that he did.
And I leave for Florida tomorrow morning, and I'm
Also
going
that.
to do the CGC signing that some of you have sent your stuff in for, so that'll be getting done. And I'm also going to go to parks and take a little break.
Like theme parks, you're saying? You're going to Orlando?
No, I mean like parks. Yes, of course, theme parks.
I don't know. Maybe you're trying to relax. I don't know if a theme park is quite the place. Where are you going?
It's just me and Aaron going, so it'll be chill.
Okay.
We're gonna go to Epcot because we want to do the
Drink around the world, baby.
Yeah, we want to do that. We want to. She wants me to go on the Avatar ride. She says it's awesome. I haven't done that yet. Stuff
Nice.
like that.
Nice. I can't remember.
You are
Did you
talking
go
about
to?
James Cameron Avatar, right?
He is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you guys take the boys to Star Wars?
I don't. I didn't go the last time they went. They went recently with their grandma.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they did, if they did that or not. But I'd imagine if it was open, then they did.
Well, Ryan, you're such a Star Wars fan. Like that would be like you'd be remiss not to go to Galaxy's Edge while you're down there. You love
I think I'm
Star Wars.
starting to get them into Star Wars, which is
Oh,
exciting. 'Cause
all right, hell yeah.
they were asking me questions during yesterday's episode, and I was like, "You got to watch the movies," and they were like, "Okay, we will." Finally,
That's how you get them.
yeah.
Brilliant. Tyler Jeness. Everybody, Jeness is the correct pronunciation of Tyler's last name we have discovered.
And he gets really mad if you get it wrong.
I get so fuming, like I just get all worked up.
Yeah.
Like, have you guys been reading Donnie's Hulk? It's based on Tyler.
Yeah, I just read issue 3.
What an issue, am I right? Selling for like $20 on eBay. I wonder why.
What, the third one? Really?
Yeah, I wonder why.
Something
Is
something fun you should check out. I don't know. Something
is
might be a
something
brewing.
crazy getting set up. It's something that to be expanded upon for the next few issues before we get like a total fucking reveal in issue 6.
Hey guys, I just to drop in, I just managed to get a page from Ryan Utley from the 3rd issue from Felix's drop.
Oh
so
shit!
I'm pretty
Oh,
psyched
nice.
about that.
That's
Nice.
nice,
Which
Brad.
Oh, I
And
guess
I
that would be
also
a
want to
spoiler.
plug something. Tomorrow we have Ryan's covers dropping, just for the collectors out there.
There's a lot of them too. I can't believe I didn't even realize how many he had been holding on to.
How many are you dropping tomorrow? I saw 6 on the photo.
I think he said he
I
has.
think
like
there were 18 dropping.
Yeah.
Holy
Oh
shit!
wow.
All right, sir.
When he told me that, I was like, I've done 18 covers. What? Okay.
Goddamn right.
They're probably like somebody else's covers that he's just calling mine.
Mr. Ryan Michael,
What
how are you this week, sir? What have you been watching? What have you been reading?
I have been binging Netflix hard because I'm going to take a break from it. I've been trying to be more diligent with my streaming and get the most out of it, and then cancel them for months at a time, so I'm not just like paying $20 for no reason.
Sure.
So I just binged Netflix hard. Watched all of Arcane. That was really good.
I've heard it's great.
Yeah, the art style is just fucking amazing. It looks like the concept art come to life. Like it looks like a painting, and they just put the painting over CG models, and they made a show. It was amazing.
I don't know what this is. What is Arcane?
So Arcane is they gave a story to all the League of Legends champions. So I guess there already was a pretty big mythos, because I did some homework after watching the show, and a lot of it's already in their detailed blurbs under character descriptions. It's basically steampunk versus magic.
Oh, that's cool.
So the city runs on steampunk technology, but there is an undercity that's very poor, and that's where crime runs rampant. They used to have a Robin Hood that kind of policed it, but things happen and he's no longer there. So this new guy takes over, and he's just a badass. He's a small kingpin, but he's got kingpin vibes where he's got everything master planned 5 steps ahead.
Is it for kids or no?
Oh no.
Okay, but it's all animated.
Yes, it's animated. I mean, I would say it blurs the line of PG-13 and R. There's no nudity,
Right.
but there is definitely some gory stuff. So as long as they can handle sci-fi violence, if they can handle like the most violent sci-fi movie, they could handle that.
What about swearing?
There's not too much, I don't think. Honestly, I'm kind of numb to that at this point. As
Yeah.
long as they're not dropping F-bombs every second, I don't notice.
Right.
So there
Has it already been
wasn't.
renewed for a second season? Do we know
It
that
is
yet?
definitely renewed.
Oh
yes.
yeah, absolutely. That first season was too good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ryan, we got Rich Johnson in the chat.
Hi, Rich.
What up, Rich?
Hi there.
Rich, I am not drawing the new Miracle Man.
But
wanna
Donnie
cut
is
that-
writing him. Donnie will
Nip
be
that right
writing
in the
him.
bud.
Is that what you think?
Possibly.
This is
You never
this
know.
is just your thought or your educated guess?
Totally an educated guess, and also noticing how mental he is for it, and also notice that Brian Bendis, who would have been doing it, is less in favour on that side of the company anymore. So,
Right.
yeah, it's got to be.
All right. Well, no exclusives here today, Rich.
No, not at all. I put money on it. I'll take a bet if anyone wants to throw out some cash. I'll do it.
Who's Donnie?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Isn't that the guy who bought the fake Miracle Man thing?
It is. That's him. He did.
Oh, that's Donnie. Yes.
Sorry, just wanted to drop that in.
Sorry. It's all right. I'm sure you
It wasn't
appreciate
fake, it was just a recreation, but still, yeah.
It was
Mhm.
a recreation by the original artist. So yeah.
Yes.
Wait, was it by the original artist?
Yes,
Yeah,
So
Oh, I
it
didn't
was
know that.
it was that close to being legit.
it was.
So
It was
you
just
can't
done
blame
about-
him.
It's done about 20 years later by Gary Leach. He's done a few of them over the years. But yeah. So,
Nice. Well, it's still awesome.
That makes it a
Um,
little less nefarious than I thought. That the guy just had like traced it and put it out there and tried to sell it for a crap load of money.
It was the artist. I mean, it's still a lovely piece,
Right.
and it deserves to go
Gary's
for a lot of
great,
money.
yeah.
Just not quite the 5 figures or the high 5 figures that Donnie would have dropped.
Right.
So yeah.
So obviously we got a first timer on the stream with us, but over in the chat, Ryan, we have a couple others. Hyro CT finally able to catch a live stream. Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Glad to have you here. Hope you win the piece.
Michael Davis also says, new KLC Press subscriber. Love your work, Ryan Stegman. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Is that the Michael Davis?
Is it the Michael Davis? Michael Davis, please respond if you are the Michael Davis.
Who's the Michael Davis?
Founder of Milestone.
Oh, interesting.
Let us know. If
Creator of
you're the founder
co-created
Milestone.
Static.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think that was Dwayne that did that one.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Dwayne
Good
McDuffie.
question. I'm not sure.
Co-creators?
Yeah, all the Milestone books were co-created by the original founders of Milestone, but Static especially was based on the life story of Michael Davis and his family. So it's kind of cool.
That is
I
cool.
didn't know he had static powers in real
Yeah, I
life.
was gonna say, did he get hit with a big bang in the Bronx and then?
Could be.
Keep moving down the line here. Abigail, what's up? Are you still recovering from the high of winning the piece last week?
Yeah, I'm still in shock and awe.
Beautiful. Well, let's see if we can go round 2 on it. What have you been up to this week?
So I just finished watching Marvel's Hellstrom on Disney Plus. Finished everything, and then immediately after that, I finally started to watch Legend of Korra.
Great
Very
show.
nice. I love Legend of Korra. It just does so much, it obviously is going to be sort of if you're a fan of Avatar, the first thing you do is compare it to Avatar, but it's kind of a whole different beast than Last Airbender.
It's a lot more intense, I'll tell you that. Even the first season.
Oh, yeah,
there's some dark shit in that first season.
Korra
the
goes
art
through
is
the ringer in
incredible.
that show.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know why I missed out on it. I watched The Last Airbender when I was young years ago, and then somehow Korra just slipped my mind.
Sure. I mean, I was kind of in the same boat. I was a big Last Airbender fan growing up. I still remember having folks, friends over for the season 3 finale. That was awesome. It was 3rd grade, whatever it was. And then Korra, also just sort of slipped right by me. I saw it for the first time during lockdown. And
that's
I
the
loved
thing.
it.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't watch it when it was first airing, and then there's been this reappraisal. Because I remember watching that live. By the 4th season, Nickelodeon basically dumped it all online. So you had to go on nick.com to watch the last season, which is, by the way, an awful way to watch anything.
Oh, did the Nickelodeon servers not do it?
Oh my god. It was like watching the last season of Community on Yahoo Screen. RIP Yahoo Screen.
RIP Yahoo Screen.
But in Canadian Netflix, they only have the first 2 seasons. So
Oh,
I
no.
only did season 1. I'm going to start 2, probably in a couple of days. And then I'm going to have to wait for them to drop 3 and 4.
Do you have a VPN?
No.
You could get a week subscription
Get
to
on
the
that.
VPN and
Alright.
just go for it. Listen, I will say, it's the best. I obviously the online security is great, but also there will be times where I'm like, I want to watch this movie. Oh, Netflix doesn't have it. What about Japan Netflix? And Japan Netflix is like, yeah, we fucking got it. Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
And tomorrow I'm gonna start watching Vox Machina, and I'm not even a
it's so
D&D
good.
player.
I got to watch an advanced screener of it. It's pretty good.
Nice.
Have you guys watched the Avatar guy's other show on Netflix, that Dragon Prince or whatever?
Yes.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's
Yeah,
so
the art of
good.
that is so good.
Apparently, it's so good.
Yeah.
I watched the first couple episodes, and I remember being turned off by the CG, so I didn't quite
I
keep
thought
it
it was
going.
neat
But
looking.
Well, season 1 is a lower budget, so it's animated on 2s and 3s, which is why it looks a little crunchy because the frame rate is lower. But the season, from season 2 on, it has a little bit better budget. They actually just renewed it for 4 more seasons.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
wow.
But
Yeah, it's going for 7.
And also there's a graphic novel series too, just like the Avatar books. But the technical side of it definitely improves as it goes on. I mean, they actually created their own studio just for the show, and Netflix funded it.
Wow. Oh,
They've
well,
even got
so
a
Wildstorm,
tabletop role-playing game for it.
No, Wildstorm was Jim Lee's company, unless they also named themselves Wildstorm.
It's close.
I'll
Is it
look
Dark
it up.
Horse? I think like it was Dark Horse.
Wait, isn't the director of Korra on Across the Spider-Verse?
Oh, maybe.
Wonderstorm.
Wonder Storm.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wonderstorm Entertainment. That's right. I applied to work on the show and never heard anything back, but that's not surprising.
Rip. Sorry,
Those
sir.
bastards.
That's how it is.
Hey, I'm employed now, so I'm cool. I'm actually animating as we speak.
Very nice. I just want to real quick say before we keep going, I keep getting the message that folks are trying to get into the waiting room, and I know that I got a couple of folks hanging out here that I can't get on screen just yet because I got folks on here.
I can say bye and circle back in a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Bye, Ryan.
Sounds good, Ryan.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
Ryan.
I'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see you in a bit.
See you guys. I'm also
Boss
leaving.
is dropping out too. All right. Well,
Bye,
thanks for joining, man. Come back soon.
See you guys.
I can drop off in a few seconds, but first of all, before I go, since you're recommending streaming stuff, I can tell you some stuff, especially for artists who are looking for stuff to listen to rather than watch while they're working. The BBC Sounds app is available globally, worldwide, free streaming stuff, comedy and drama that you just don't get anywhere else. And there's stuff in there which is absolutely amazing and brilliant that I've got a lot of Americans listen to, and they just go, "I had no idea this stuff exists."
Yeah, I've listened to some of that before. But the comedy stuff was actually really good.
There's a sitcom called Old Harry's Game that ran for 9 seasons, which is hell. It's set in hell. It's run by like a working class. It's more like The Office,
right?
But it's hell. It's the devil having to deal with all the office management of running hell. It is hilarious. Oh, he can basically talk to anybody who's in hell, and everybody, it seems, ends up in hell. There's a pit of popes. He can get any of the saints anytime he wants. He's constantly torturing the worst politician in the world. That's his pet project. If you can find Old Harry's Game, it is hilarious, and it's free streaming.
Okay.
There's 9 seasons of it, and that you can just dip into. And I can't recommend anything else more highly at the moment.
Is it like the British shows where one season is like 3 episodes?
No, they're about like 6 or 8 or whatever. But even so, there's still a big chunk of stuff because mostly the reason that happens is mostly British sitcoms are written by one person or a couple working together rather than a writer's room. So you kind of get almost like an auteur experience. It's like one person writing a thing rather than everyone pitching in. So it's a different flavor.
I appreciate that much more.
And if you want to go for the hardcore stuff, there's a writer called John Finnemore who writes exclusively for radio, and his stuff is some of the highest quality comedy drama stuff. He writes these dramas for 2 people, which he ends up casting the best actors he can find. He's written a sitcom called Cabin Pressure that starred Benedict Cumberbatch and a couple of others, which is one of the finest sitcoms written. And he's written a sketch show called John Finnemore's Souvenir Program, which again it's stuff that's far beyond things like Monty Python or the like. It's absolutely amazing to find this stuff. If ever you guys just want to dip in, it's free, global streaming, no geo-locking or anything like that. And there's no subscriptions. And
is the
especially
Queen
artists
forcing you to say this?
Listen to, rather than just watch.
Yeah,
it could be quite cool.
For sure.
Hell yeah. You said that was BBC Studios, was it?
BBC Sounds is the app.
Sounds.
And if you download that onto whatever device or TV or iPad or phone you've got or computer, you can just basically dip in and there's just stuff. And if you ever want any specific recommendations, feel free to give me a shout because I'm a bit evangelical.
They do a lot of great stuff on there. I've even listened to like their classical shows, and they're interesting because they'll play classical music, but they'll tell you a big story behind it. So somehow that makes me enjoy music that I wouldn't otherwise listen to.
Yeah.
Yes.
They work hard on their radio. They care about it there.
Well, it kind of like never went away. They constantly keep doing what they always did, which is like kind of a proper broadcasting network. Even when TV came along, the radio kept doing what radio always used to do. In fact, what American radio used to do back in the day as well, but then kind of stopped.
Don't a lot of like the well-known TV writers and stuff come through radio there, don't they?
A lot of shows as well. A lot of shows started on. I mean, a lot of people know the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy books.
Right.
But that started before the books as a radio series.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
I
crazy.
had no
Doctor
idea.
Doctor's always got like 4 different audio dramas running at once, right?
That's true. There's a Big Finish do a bunch of Doctor Who audios for themselves and for the BBC. There's also a great thing that's kind of the closest you'll get to Constantine as an adaptation. It's more like, it's called Pilgrim, and it's set in a kind of a modern magical realism Britain, and it's got a very kind of like a John Constantine character who is forced to wander the earth as an immortal figure, and just generally getting forced into all these really hideous plots that he doesn't want any part of. But because he's a certain kind of a like legendary figure, he ends up having to be forced to try and save the day in the most horrific manner possible. That's called Pilgrim, and that's great. So there's also Tuman Bay, which is this kind of like a Game of Thrones kind of like massive epic set across continents and countries in some kind of like Middle East medieval past. Which is, there's all sorts of stuff that you could. Just
All right,
like
what's the name
dive
of it
into
one
and
more
find.
time? I got to remember this.
Oh, and years before the Lord of the Rings movies, they made a Lord of the Rings adaptation.
Oh, I've heard that, yeah, for sure.
That's
Which
sick.
is weird because it has like Ian Holm, the guy who played Bilbo, playing Frodo.
Nice.
Years and years before, when he was young enough to play Frodo. So,
What's the
loads
name of
stuff
the
like
app again?
BBC Sounds.
BBC Sounds, got it.
Yes. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for the recommendations,
I'll leave
Rich.
you with that. And
I'm excited about that.
I'm enjoying the Miracleman. That's looking good.
Thank
Been
you.
great.
Take care, sir. I'll see you later.
See you, Rich. Thanks for stopping by. All right. Got a couple of folks I'm throwing in here. Did you have something to say, Ryan?
I was going to say, maybe we should discuss Miracle Man. Who's read it? Who hasn't?
Let me get these folks in here first. They've been waiting. So hold your horses, Ryan, because Scoot Starnes is here, and Scoot, you're finally able to join us, sir.
Finally, not working.
That's why I knew I had to get you in here, man.
How's everybody?
Doing pretty good.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm working on a commission.
Is it Miracle Man?
It's not. It's Dr. Doom.
Oh, hell yeah.
Same
Can you
thing.
show us? Is there any way for you to show us? What are we set up on? Here, let me blow you up real quick. That's dope.
Whoa.
That's
Oh,
dope.
man.
That's dope.
Very nice, sir. Hell yeah. No Brad tonight?
No, we're not streaming tonight, so
All right, man.
he lives like 45 minutes away, so it's kind of a drive for him.
Sure. Very nice. Well, we got Brian is with us as well. Hey, Brian.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good, man. Thanks for being here. And Sheldon. What's up, Sheldon? Are you is this is this your first time on stream? I can't remember.
Yes, it is. It's my first time.
Fuck yeah. All right. Well, welcome, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Brian, I'm pretty sure we've had you on here before, right?
Yep, I think once or twice.
Yeah.
It's been a bit.
Sweet. Well, welcome, Sheldon. We got a whole bunch of first timers tonight. I love to see it, and hope you guys are enjoying what we're doing. Let's kind of keep moving down the line. Brandon, what are you watching? What are you reading this week, man?
I just went and saw the new anime movie Belle in the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
How is that?
So a lot of people have been shitting on it. I really don't have any complaints. It is an amazing movie. I think that the trailers are a little misleading, and that might have thrown some people off. But it's a lot like Ready Player One, but the main world of the game, or of the movie, is hand-drawn. And then in the game, it's CG.
Okay.
And so you see a big smattering of both in there, and they're both expertly done. I saw the dub, which I know makes me a blasphemer, but not only were the voice actors great, but the songs don't sound like songs that were made for a movie. Like, they're just great songs.
Okay.
But it is a bit of a Beauty and the Beast analog, so it's a little less, I guess, like manly than the stuff I usually watch. I'm usually like all action, and I don't necessarily want to cry when I go see movies. But I was with my girlfriend, so I guess it made it cool. But I'm
the
I'm
one
watching
tear
that.
falling down your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, the single man tears, how I put it. And then I'm reading the Moon Knight Omnibus, the first one, because I'd read a smattering of different runs throughout. And I really enjoy how the very clearly old white guy writing it is trying to be hip. with the kids like slang
Sure.
that he's writing. But I think I'm probably going to enjoy the Werewolf by Night omnibus more because like the 2 issues of Werewolf by Night that he was in were super well written, despite the dialogue, and so I think I'm really
Sure.
going to like that. I haven't really been watching anything else on streaming because I'm about to move across country, so I'm just looking at like movers and stuff when I'm not doing my animation job here.
Right.
Where are you moving to?
I am moving back to Texas.
Oh, all right.
So I'm in LA right now, and I was getting sick of it. I hated my retail job, and I put in for a leave of absence from my job, and I just prayed like, God, get me out of here. And the next day, I was offered an animation job that would move me to Texas, and they'd pay for the move.
Nice.
And everything.
Is this having anything to do with Mike Judge's new studio?
I cannot say anything,
Gotcha.
but I can confidently say no, it's not. But it would be cool.
Is it for Funimation?
No, I have a roommate who really wants to work for them, though. And I when this job is done, that would be great. But when a studio is paying to move you across the country, you owe them a certain time commitment. So I'm not even looking at other jobs that are opening up.
Does Funimation produce their own animation?
Well, now that Crunchyroll had originals, and now they've merged into one company. It's still 2 separate streaming services, but Funimation bought Crunchyroll, and then Sony bought Funimation, from what I understand.
Well, they need to make Vanish into an anime.
Yeah.
That would be good.
So tell them when you're down there. Go knock on their door.
I'll drive to Dallas and ask
on your behalf.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I gotta do a real quick.
Donnie's closer to them than I am.
Yeah, but this is your job. Donnie, I can't get Donnie to do anything.
What were we saying, Griffin?
We're talking about anime. I just have to do a real quick check with the chat on who is watching Attack on Titan as season 4 is coming out.
Not me.
Damn. All right.
It's really good, but it was too gory
fine.
for my girlfriend, so I have to watch it when she goes to sleep, and therefore I am several seasons behind.
That's fair. That's all right. Well, it's awesome, and this last week's episode was fucking awesome. So,
And this is the last season, right?
this is it. I haven't read the manga, but manga readers have said that they're kind of really taking their time with it. So there's some speculation that maybe they'll do a movie, which makes sense considering how big the Demon Slayer movie was this past year. So, yeah, I imagine that might be in the cards. But we're gonna keep
I tried watching
moving.
the live action ones. They're real
Oh,
bad.
dude, the live action ones are. That's some. You'd have some drinks and sit down and watch those. Those are fun because they're awful. It's just hard to do, really. I don't know why they thought they would just go for it, but
They're awful, but they're also really creepy. Like you can totally tell it's a regular size person
thought
that they've blown up.
Yeah, the live action Titans were. I was
terrible.
No, I was impressed with because like the Titans in the anime are very unsettling, and they actually translated that feeling very well. The ODM gear is bad. That was bad. But
you know what I am gonna watch. I knew about the Doctor Strange movie from the 70s that was like a TV movie.
Yeah.
But I just found out there was a Doctor Strange movie made in 1992. And halfway through production, they lost the rights and had to change the name to Dr. Mordred.
Okay.
And then they thought people wouldn't watch it, so they decided to make it rated R. And it's streaming for free on Tubi TV and Pluto TV.
Perfect platform for this. That's the only platform all this
Yeah.
gets done.
And it's Jeffrey Combs from Star Trek. And
it's so perfect.
It's him as Dr. Mordred, and the whole movie, including credits, is an hour and 14 minutes.
Beautiful.
And he's fighting like stop motion werewolves.
I'm in.
So I am watching this tonight.
Say less. I'm in.
Yeah.
Steve, you were next in the original lineup. It's kind of jumbled now. What have you been up to this past week?
So I've been reading the new High Republic novel by
nice.
Claudia Gray.
Sure.
Fallen Star, I think it's called. Yeah, Fallen Star.
Mhm.
That's been good. I'm about halfway through that.
Have you been keeping up with all the High Republic stuff?
Yes, except the kids' books.
Sure.
Yeah, I haven't read those, but I do the comics and the novels. Yeah, Charles Soule wrote the first one, and that was really good. Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, so I'd
that's
recommend
awesome
those.
stuff. Reading some High Republic, watching anything, listening to anything.
Yes, I've been watching. So actually, what I've been listening to, and I want to ask Ryan about, is
Give him a sec.
Yeah.
Give him a sec. Are you good, Ryan?
Yeah, I unplugged my headphones for a second.
All right, Steve's got a question for you.
Yeah, so I heard. So you were saying you're watching Archive 81. Have you listened to the podcast? I'm like a few episodes into season 2.
Wait, there's a Is this based on a podcast?
Yeah, apparently, yeah. I didn't know it was a series until you said something last week, but I had already started listening to it. It's always like the top on the iHeartRadio thing to listen to.
Really?
So I finally put it on.
It's a wild show. So is it the exact story?
No idea. I didn't know there was a show until last week when you said something. But the podcast, the first season, it seems like the first season would make a good show, and the second season, I don't think that they're ready to make one. Series. Okay. I didn't think that they thought it was gonna be popular or whatever. So it's way different than the first.
Well, so I'm surprised there's not more people talking about it because it is genuinely pretty creepy and pretty frightening.
Yeah, I've seen a whole bunch of in the wake of a lot of folks respond, or maybe not a lot of folks, but some folks responding very positively. I saw a whole little refresh marketing campaign where they're like, "You gotta fucking see the twists. Don't let anyone spoil the twists. Get in there before you get spoiled."
Does it take place in an apartment building?
Yeah. Yes, that's part.
Okay,
yes.
so that's probably season 1 then of the actual podcast. Yeah.
So it's based on a podcast. Is that just like a fictional true crime type beat or horror?
Yeah, it's scripted. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's scripted.
Nice. Well, hailing from podcasts, I love to fucking see that, and I can't wait for them to adapt the Supple Saga into some sort of Netflix anime.
Am I gonna have to do the voices?
Of course. No one else can properly do the Supplesaurus.
Can they afford your rate, though, is the question.
Yeah. We'll talk, Griffin. Get in touch with my people.
All right.
Has anyone watched Chucky? I just started the Chucky series.
Yes.
I'm like
so
4
good.
episodes in, and I really like it.
Is it a whole nother continuity, or is this in the continuity of the last movie?
No, it's the same as the original movies. It's Don Mancini doing everything.
They did it. Wait, Chucky, as in
the doll. Yeah.
There's
Brad
series?
Dourif.
Yeah, it's on Sci-Fi.
Yeah. It's not Mark Hamill Chucky.
Is it streaming?
Yes. Well, I DVR'd them all. So
yeah, I did too.
It's probably streaming on USA or Sci-Fi.
Gotcha.
Excellent series, though. Great stuff. You get a little. It's sort of like a sequel and a prequel to the main Chucky movies. If you like those movies, which they're great, and this is just the same tone.
Okay.
Let me ask you guys something. How long each night do you get to watch TV or movies for? Because everybody's seen everything. It's mind-boggling to me.
Collectively or in one sitting?
Collectively.
3 or 4 hours. I watch when I work out, and then I watch before I go to sleep. So.
Nice.
I have started incorporating that. Like I try to walk like 7 miles a day, and so what I do is like I'll go on a walk in the morning, and then at night my girlfriend and I will turn on an hour-long show and then just walk and jog in place, and so we can still get our entertainment in, and then not be as unhealthy.
Yeah, do the exact same thing.
Nice.
Yeah, I get about if I'm lucky, I get a full hour in, and it drives me nuts. I would love to catch up with more stuff, but
yeah,
I got the kids. Just don't have kids, guys.
Yeah, I don't have that problem.
My roommate and I, what we do is when we're eating dinner, we'll put on. Right now, we're watching What We Do in the Shadows, which great show, season 3, like about a couple episodes in. So good. We're on the Vegas episode, which I'm looking forward to getting the rest of that in. And then our next one we're gonna watch is Reno 911. So we're doing like a half-hour comedy with each dinner setting.
Nice.
The new season or the old ones?
I've watched the first season and a half, and so we're just gonna start from the beginning again.
Yeah, I haven't watched the new stuff. I watched all the old stuff.
I hear it's good. I hear the movie that just came out is not good, but I'll tell you myself later
on. Steve, did you have anything else?
No, that's it.
Sweet, man.
Yes.
Sean, what's up, man?
Man, when I saw Ryan talking about it on Twitter about what he was planning on drawing, I actually went ahead and I attempted to read Neil Gaiman's Miracleman stuff, and my head hurts.
Yeah.
I just got it from the library, but I haven't read it yet.
My head hurts and I'm confused and I don't know what's happening. So I'm trying to tough it out.
Maybe you started at the wrong spot.
I think that's what it is. So I'm gonna just go further back.
Sure.
The one TV show I've been watching, because I've been lacking on a lot of like anime, manga, anything. Like severely lacking on anime and manga stuff. I just need recommendations. Only TV show I've really been like adamantly watching is Yellow Jackets.
Oh, I've heard that's good.
I just finished that. It's great.
Yeah, Yellow Jackets is really, really good. I did not expect it to be as creepy as it was.
It's best going in not knowing anything.
Exactly.
It's completely,
what is it on?
It's on
Showtime.
Yes,
Showtime.
Showtime.
All right, I gotta get my Hulu extension.
Yeah. Yeah, it's best going in not knowing anything. I didn't see any trailers. Just word of mouth. I heard it was, and I got a synopsis, and then, for the first couple episodes, and then by the end, you're like, oh, well, that's not at all the show that I was just told about.
Pretty much.
But it's better. Yeah.
The only reason I really even just looked into it was because I saw Christina Ricci on there, and I will always have a crush on Wednesday Addams. And
she goes for it in this.
I saw Juliette Lewis on it, and then I just remembered from Dusk Till Dawn and Natural Born Killers. So I'm like, I'll watch this, and completely it'll mess with your head, man, because you don't expect anything that show does.
Yeah.
So we saw a lot of previews for it during Dexter. But, it was one of those. I don't know. Do you spend any time watching it or not? So maybe I have to dip my toe into it.
Are the Lost comparisons I've been hearing about that show apt, or is that a total non sequitur?
It's definitely Puzzle Box.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's more so just because with that show they do a lot of flashbacking and then going to the present time.
Gotcha.
Not even to spoil why they're doing that, but they do a lot of that, so I can see. Plus, you don't really know why certain things are happening, so I can see the loss, but it's not as just out there. You need to be focused as Lost was.
Sure.
But yeah, it's a really good show. Plus, I almost said Mandalorian. After Boba Fett's newest episode, when I saw that BD droid, I got super giddy, so I went and I started playing Fallen Order.
Have you not played it before?
I had it, but I never finished it.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I'm playing it for the first time right now.
How are you liking it?
It's pretty good. I only get about an hour and a half on like Saturday nights and sometimes Sundays. So I've been playing it and Metroid Dread. But Metroid Dread is also a game that my girl has no interest in, so I have to wait till she goes to sleep. But Fallen Order, I have a used PS4 Pro, and I know it's supposed to be a great game, so it's probably my PlayStation. But it glitches so hard. Like I accidentally walked off a platform, and my character fell for 12 minutes. Like he would fall and just respawn in the middle of space and just keep falling. And then you can hear the fan in my PlayStation sound like a jet. And then then it just like when I start the game again, it put me an hour behind, and that's happened 3 times. So now I'm just not falling off things anymore.
Good call.
Well, I thought. I was gonna ask if you. I was gonna ask if you fell for 30 minutes. I have been falling for 30 minutes.
Good bit. Love that movie. I like Fallen Order quite a bit. I haven't played any Dark Souls, which was like in terms of combat mechanics. What I was hearing, it was being compared to the most like a baby's first Dark Souls type thing. But I enjoyed it. Seeing BD in the episode was, or ABD should say, was exciting. Sorry about that, Brandon. Hey,
I didn't catch it when he said it.
It's a little thing. No worries. I promise you, there's plenty more in the episode for you. That got me giddy, and I was like, "Oh, I guess I would love to see Cal Kestis show up," because for a second I thought maybe, and that would be awesome. I guess. Maybe Obi-Wan. That would make more sense timeline-wise. And they just announced that they're doing the sequel, so let's go.
Is Cal Kestis the kid that is playing Adam Warlock?
No, that was
Will Poulter.
Yeah, that was what's his name? The guy who played Joker, but not actually Joker in Gotham.
Right.
Yeah,
I know they're
not
both,
Joker
like,
in
ginger
Gotham.
kids, but
Cameron Monaghan.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
yes,
had a massive glow up though.
Will Poulter was the one the internet was talking about. Was like, oh damn, he's not the kid from We're the Millers anymore.
Got that Marvel workout coach.
Marvel workout coach and the wavy ass blonde hair, I guess.
He looks like he did steroids just for his jaw. Like he just injected it right there and it skipped the rest of it.
For the longest time, I thought they would go with Keanu Reeves as Adam Warlock.
Yeah, they went younger, so I guess he's probably gonna stick around for a while.
Saving him for Silver Surfer, I bet.
God damn, that would be so good.
Yeah.
Why did you say that?
I'm so sorry.
They nailed him the first time,
I really liked
honestly.
the original Silver Surfer.
Yeah, Doug Jones, Lawrence Fishburne combo was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Have you all heard some of the rumors that are going around that Marvel is actually looking at Jared Leto to be Miracleman?
Oh, let's go
Don't you say
Leto!
that to me.
Where's Klaus? He's missing. Let's go Leto.
I was totally fucking with you. I just wanted to see how giddy people would get.
Oh yeah, come on. He could go method for it.
So
He's
you made that up.
Jared Leto's like, I actually went and was the herald of a giant celestial being for a year. Actually,
be the character most like his personality.
Have y'all looked into the Jared Leto cult thing that he has?
No, but I believe it. You don't even have to say anything about it for me to go.
You can Google it. He has a thing called Planet Mars, and it's these weekend retreats, and everyone goes and stays in communal tents with a shared toilet bucket.
God,
and he has a really nice tent, and if you pay $15,000, you can spend an evening with the Prophet, which is Jared Leto.
God,
and he dresses like Jesus.
Ryan?
Weekend.
I mean,
for the Substack.
It's a matter of time for this guy.
God.
I heard that his cult was so far away from cell phones and all internet access that it was months before he found out that COVID was even a thing. So he's like, I was too busy in my cult to find out about this mass pandemic.
Yeah, they said it was so far away that it might as well have been 30 seconds to Mars.
Hey.
Get out.
He teed it up just for that. You know he did.
I was expecting him to make the joke, man.
Scoot.
Yes.
Hey, man. First, one of your you've popped in before, but what's up? This is the first time we've had you on here for more than 5 seconds, I feel like.
Yeah, I was only in the very first one that you guys did.
Yeah,
because I happened to be on vacation that week, and ever since then I've worked on Thursdays. So.
Damn. Well, happy to see you, sir. What have you been doing? What have you been watching, reading?
Other than
just
work,
drawing your ass off?
Basically, yeah. When I'm not working, I'm drawing. So, where Ryan was talking about how he doesn't have a ton of time to watch stuff, that's me. When I'm not working, I'm trying to be drawing. But the wife and I have been watching Boba Fett, but I have not seen the newest episode yet. We're gonna watch that tonight. So when you guys started doing your shit at the beginning, I was like, "Oh, I'm gone."
It's a great episode.
So no, I do have some books that I got for Christmas that I got queued up to read. My brother got me the Carnage, Black, White, and Blood, big hardcover book.
Nice.
So I'm gonna read that. I never did read the Cosmic Ghost Rider, so I got the trade of that. So I'm gonna read that. And ever since I did that Fathom variant cover, I've been going back and reading a lot of those old Fathom books and Top Cal books, that I grew up and loved so much. So
hell yeah, man.
How do they read now? How do they? They're pretty. I think they're bad, right?
They're not horrible, but you know what? Anytime I can look at Michael Turner's art is a treat.
Yep.
It's a treat. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to power through some commissions I got so that we can get into the first full issue of our creator-owned book. So
awesome. Yeah. You want to plug any of that? You want to talk about any of that right here, or should you wait for Brad?
Yeah, we're not quite ready to reveal. The book will be called B Movie Saga, and it's kind of a where
Jerry Seinfeld.
Sure. I don't know what that reference is, but sure. So it's we're big Star Wars fans, obviously, and so this is kind of a book that we wanted to do where there are no rules. If you want to get from one planet to another, you don't really have to explain it.
Sure.
It's kind of like that old, 50s, 60s sci-fi where people are in bubble helmets and aliens
that's awesome.
humanoid and they're just different colors. It's that type of stuff, and it's just a really fun book. So we're gonna be trying to launch that, and we're also getting to conventions this year, which is cool. The ones that aren't shutting down and the ones that are continuing to go. So we got a few lined up this year. So we're really trying to make some waves this year to get the comics thing going.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah,
I would love to hear it.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since Ethan and I popped our heads in the chat, but I hope everyone in there is doing great things.
We're powering hard, man.
Hell yeah. But you're drawing. Do you listen to anything when you draw, though? Do you listen to music, podcasts, or just try and zone in?
I do. I listen to podcasts usually on the way to work. I've been listening to. Honestly, man, I love you guys' Comic Book Rewind. I've loved the first 2 episodes.
Hey, all right, thanks, man.
It's been awesome.
I promise I was not fishing to hear that you were listening to.
I know you weren't. I would know you weren't, but I was a big fan of your previous Rewind show. I don't know if anybody,
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
not familiar.
What show are you talking about? I don't know.
Yeah,
show you're talking about.
It seems to be a lot of neuralizing going on around that. But anyway, I listen to the Amazing Spider Talk right now on the way to work.
Nice.
But when I'm drawing, it depends on what I'm drawing. Drawing this Doctor Doom's been a lot of Japanese metal because Doctor Doom's metal. So,
yeah, hell yeah, man, that's dope.
I listen to a lot of video game music too because it's just no words, nothing. You can just tune out and draw. So it just depends on what I'm into that day.
Absolutely, man. Ryan, what have you been listening to lately while you're drawing?
Audiobooks. I was listening to stuff about Friedrich Nietzsche recently. That's where I'm at in life.
That's how you know you've made it.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of comedy podcasts and stuff too. But
is Nietzsche one of the comedy guys, or?
Yeah, he's so funny.
His bit on God being nothing was just a crack up. That one gets me every time.
He definitely has a huge sense of humor about himself and what he's writing.
Oh yeah!
Wasn't there a Nietzsche quote in the first issue of Miracle Man? I remember because I read that last night. There was the also sprach Zarathustra. They quoted.
Oh, thus
Nietzsche.
spake Zarathustra.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the book. That's interesting. I should go back and read that Miracle Man. I did read it one time, and I can't even hardly tell you what happened. And this wasn't even that long ago. So now I'm like, I got to go grab those books again.
I do have to ask quickly, Ryan, of all the Miracle Man artists, because there was a couple during the first couple issues. Who's your go-to, your favorite Miracle Man artist? Because there's Davis, there's Leach, and there's Toddleben.
I think it's Davis.
Okay.
Alan Davis is the most his the stuff that I like is fluid art, sort of the figures really move, and Alan Davis is second to none just in general. So he's my favorite on there. I mean, Gary Leach was amazing.
And he still inks, right? Doesn't he? Didn't he just ink? Well, not just ink, but there was that the 12 comic that JMS did. I think the inking in that was awesome.
Yeah, he's a great artist. It's just that Alan Davis fits my preferences a little more.
Right.
All right, we get it, Ryan.
We need to draw the winner here.
All right, I'm working on it.
No, you're not.
I am.
You lying sack of...
I have it. I've got it. Are you ready? Great. Get a drum roll. The Miracle Man sketch is going to a yearly subscriber that goes by the name Mr. USA. So congrats, Mr. USA.
What a week for Mr. USA to get the most British character ever written.
Congrats, Mr. USA. You've won Ryan Stegman's Miracle Man piece. Ryan, are you doing anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to show you guys something.
Okay.
This is just a kind of a brag, I guess. I don't know.
What's he doing?
Oh, I didn't mean to turn my video off. I'm trying to change my video to... So my friend is a carpenter, and he built me new shelves in my office.
Wow.
Look, I got a fireplace.
Wow.
I knew something looked different.
Yeah, I'm not in my normal spot. Here. So
Wow.
I don't know. If I can't unplug it to show you
We can see it pretty good.
It
looks good.
But I realized I've had this IKEA table in my office that was just taking up this gigantic amount of space, and I've had it for now like 15 years, and it's gone, and it feels so good. And my office is going to be beautiful now, and then I'm going to mess it up again, and you're not going to be able to tell. But for
room for that bearskin rug.
Yeah, for 1 week, 1 week it is going to look beautiful.
Is the fireplace for like the sketches that don't make it in the book?
Yeah. No, I have to run a heater in here constantly. So I finally figured why not? Because this is actually a pretty cheap one. It was on Amazon. I couldn't believe what I got it for. And it's now my office is nice and toasty, and it looks like I have a fire, even though it's fake as hell.
You gonna put some Funko Pops in the cubbies?
Oh yeah, the Funko Pops I think get the space right above the fireplace.
Did you pre-order Venom on the Throne?
Did they made one?
Yeah,
I'm always the last one to know.
Well, it's gonna release next month. It's gonna ship next month, but they made one.
It's glow in the dark, isn't it?
Yep.
Every once in a while, I'll somehow get sent one. I think that usually my editor at Marvel sends it to me. I have like the Absolute Carnage one. I have the Venom with wings. Doesn't it seem like they should
give you some money for that? Or
I'm sure you'll get the Vanish Funkos.
Yeah. Oh man, if they make those, that'll be awesome.
But they're like title accurate, and they just vanish as soon as you get them out of the box. It's very hard to keep those.
It's just an empty box, like the one that says "My Dad," and it's just an empty box. It's gonna be like that.
No, just full of cigarettes because you went to get some cigarettes.
There you go.
I will say this:
the bad idea $1,000 comic that was Invisible Season.
It comes with a rock.
Okay, has anyone been reading Bad Idea books?
I have not, but my friend's obsessed with them.
I have a couple because I was a big fan of the 2012 like Valiant relaunch that they did, and it's those same guys doing it. But their business model sucks because they're like, oh, it's only at certain select stores, and they have to do a minimum order of like 50 issues, and it's like they're not going to sell that many copies of your books. And I've only found one store that sells them. So I have like a random issue 2 and 3 of like 3 of their books.
And the best of this year. Oh, go ahead.
I did the purchase ahead. I went in and I went, okay, fine, I'll play the game. And I did the full advance purchase of the whole first run. So I've got everything that they've released so far. But I'm now to the point where it's like, okay, it's just a gimmick and it's a game when you try to sell me a $1,000 empty CGC case and call it an invisible comic.
Yeah. Are the books good though?
I enjoyed ENIAC for sure.
They have good creators.
Yeah.
Matt Kent did ENIAC. I haven't read all of the other ones. So
the one I got was Tankers. Have you read that one?
I read the first two of that one. I haven't gotten through that one.
And what's the one with the pirates?
Pirate Queen.
That's the one. Because I was at the comic book store at Universal Studios, and I was like, "Oh, do you know anything about this book?" And she's like, "Oh, it's it's from them." And I said, "Well, there's no issue number on the front. How do I know which one it is?" And apparently, those they mark them inside. So she opens the book to show me the issue number, and she opens it, and there's a full frontal nude woman as the first splash page. And like it was just like, and it's not that I'm like a prude over it, but it's this nice innocent looking girl that works there, and she's like, I think they're right inside, and then boom, just huge nudity splash right there, and I was like, I didn't look through this book. I don't.
You didn't plan it.
I'll put it back.
Well, guys, that was a great stream, I would say. I wanted to say a couple of things before we head out. Next week, we'll be getting into the month of February, and we'll be that much closer to escaping the hell that is known as winter. But also, KLC Press will be doing a bunch of exciting stuff. Ryan, would you say that there's some cool stuff coming from KLC Press in the next week or so, even?
I was going to mention that Monday there's going to be some big stuff. And
Monday there's going to be some pretty big stuff. I don't know. Maybe some Vanish content is coming in hot. Maybe I, with my own eyeballs, looked at all of Vanish Colored and it was fucking awesome. Is that too much to say, Ryan?
No, but you have a big secret that you can't say anything about.
I can't. So why would you bring it up?
I don't know.
Also, guys, I don't know if you were gonna subscribe to any of the paid tiers of KLC Press. I would say now's the time to do it because maybe there's something coming in February, and it would be really beneficial if you were signed up to one of the tiers. I don't know. You'll just have to wait around and see. But
also,
in the meantime,
if you've been watching and you're considering joining us and talking, please do. We love it. We love having new people in here.
Absolutely, yeah. If you're in one of the paid tiers and you keep getting the links for the StreamYard, but haven't had the time to stop by, we totally get it. But stop by sometime.
I've really enjoyed getting to know a lot of you guys.
Absolutely.
So
we're coming up. February will mark the 6th month, the halfway point of the first year of KLC Press. So exciting stuff is coming, folks, and
Griffin,
really can't wait. Yes,
am I allowed to plug another Substack while I'm here promoting your
Absolutely,
Substack?
Of course, guys. We've had Tyler Jennis with us all night. Thankfully, Ethan was preoccupied, so we have suppler boy Tyler here with us tonight, who you guys, I'm sure, have recognized. But Tyler, you're the me and Ethan to Mr. Scott Snyder and some other folks as well over on some Substacks. So please, the floor is yours, sir.
I'm working on Best Jacket Press, our Best Jacket, the Substack, which is a lot of fun. Scott has 2 posts every week. He tries to be pretty consistent about that, and then I do them up all fancy-like and post them. But we just announced our Founders tier after being a little late to that game. But we got some cool shit that comes with that. We got NYCC ticket giveaways. We got one-on-one chats with Scott. We got exclusive variant stuff. We got a bunch of stuff. Check out our latest post. We detail it more. That's launching this Monday, the 31st. Should be really cool. I'm really excited. We're capping it off at 350 people, so get in while you can. It's a very limited tier just for logistical reasons, but it's very cool. It's like a $700 value, so come on, rip us off. We want you to come and rip us off and take our variants and resell them, whatever the hell you want to do. Just support us, and we love you all. Mwah, mwah.
Mwah, mwah. Hey, Ryan, real quick. Pyro CT's wondering, are there GOAT subs left?
Yes, there are.
Yes, get in there. All the tiers have room for you.
I have a question. Rich Johnston, you're in the backstage. Do you want to say something? We'll let you in if you want to say something. Give us a thumbs up.
Someone will have to drop.
He's shrugging. No,
he's thinking to himself.
Should we let him in? Can I kick somebody out for a second?
Yeah, Ryan's kicking somebody out.
You can kick me out if you don't say you hate me this week.
All right, I love you, Brandon.
Now
Bye, Brandon. What up, Rich?
Hello. I will actually just mention one thing. I am finally this weekend. I've been working on it for the last 2 months. Finally publishing the Bleeding Cool Top 100 Power List next Monday. I think.
Nice. How many spaces do I occupy in the 100?
I think you're about 186. So you got a little while to make way up.
All right.
But Substack's pushed you up a little. But there are some people who you'll be very familiar whose names have now either appearing on the list for the first time or quite higher up than they were, and an awful lot of people have gone because, my goodness, there's been a lot of changes since the last one, which ran in 2019. So
nice.
Yeah,
been a minute.
So many people have gone. It was like going like a scythe through the thing. Right. But, it's an interesting way of measuring just how the comic industry is changing, I guess.
Yeah, that's always a fun article.
Absolutely. So that you said that's coming soon. When was that dropping?
That should be up on Bleeding Cool on Monday.
Wonderful. Well, everybody go check that out. And, of course, you're watching this on the Stegman and Friends YouTube page. So, please, if you enjoyed your time with us tonight, smash the like button, hit the subscribe. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it does a lot for us, so we appreciate that. Turn on some notifications so you never miss a stream or any of the other fine content that we got coming out of here or klcpress.com. Go subscribe to KLC. We're about to have a killer February when it comes to all the exclusive stuff that we got going on. So can't wait. Hope to see you guys there. Ryan Stegman, would you like to say anything?
I have to go to dinner.
Have a great vacation, sir. So
right.
are we streaming next week? No stream next week?
I think I am back on Thursday, but I think I'm going to see the Lion King play, so we're going to take 1 week off.
All right, no stream.
Enjoy the Lion
next week.
King.
But keep your eyeballs peeled.
What was
Maybe
the other
something.
thing? Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, we'll take the week off and then we'll be back the next week. I was about to say something I can't say, so.
Okay, great. And Monday, big stuff on KLC Press.
Big stuff.
Great. We'll see everybody after the weekend. Until then, good night, everybody. Quit your jobs, chase your dreams. And we love you all.
Stay amazing, friends.